Are you tired of outrageous price tags on brand new motorcycles? In 2025, Japanese manufacturers are quietly flooding the market with bikes that are fast, reliable, and best of all, affordable. Whether you're a first-time rider or just want a second bike that won't wreck your wallet, this list is for you. Number 15. Honda CRF 125F. This might be the most overlooked motorcycle in the beginner off-road segment, but the CRF 125F Big has quietly become a secret weapon for riders looking for something small, simple, and incredibly fun. The engine powering this bike is a 124 cubic centimeter air-cooled single-cylinder unit. It produces 9 horsepower and 8 pound-feet of torque, which is just enough to feel playful on dirt roads and forest trails without overwhelming new riders. The CRF 125F weighs in at 196 pounds. Suspension consists of a telescopic front fork with 5.9 inches of travel and a single rear shock offering 5.5 inches of travel. Ground clearance is 10.2 inches, which makes it capable over rough terrain. Braking is handled by a front hydraulic disc brake and a rear drum brake, keeping it lightweight and easy to service while providing adequate stopping power for its size. This motorcycle comes in at a retail price of $3,599. It may not be street legal, but it is the perfect backyard machine, trail companion, or farm runabout. For young riders graduating from a 50 or 70cc trail bike, or adults who just want a no-nonsense machine for casual off-roading, the CRF 125F is an ideal fit. But if you're looking for a full-size dual sport that can hit the pavement and the dirt with ease, wait until you see the next bike on the list. Number 14. Suzuki DR200S. It might just be one of the most underappreciated dual sports still in production. Suzuki has been building simple, rugged motorcycles for decades, and this one has everything a new rider, or a seasoned rider on a budget, could ask for. This motorcycle is powered by a 199 cubic centimeter air-cooled single-cylinder engine. It produces 20 horsepower and 13 pound-feet of torque. These aren't mind-blowing numbers, but they are more than enough to climb hills, cruise through town, and explore off-road trails with confidence. The DR200S weighs in at 276 pounds. It features a telescopic front fork with 8.1 inches of travel and a preload adjustable single shock in the rear with 8.1 inches of travel. The seat height is 34.4 inches, offering excellent ground clearance for off-road terrain. Braking is managed by a single hydraulic front disc brake and a rear drum brake, which helps keep things simple and easy to maintain for long-term durability. With a starting price of $4,899, the DR200S holds a sweet spot in Suzuki's lineup. It's approachable, durable, and road legal, making it a versatile workhorse for anyone who wants one motorcycle that can handle both daily life and weekend exploration. Looking for something a little more street-focused but still beginner-friendly? The next bike brings a more urban riding experience without giving up affordability or simplicity. We tested everything so you don't have to. Check the essentials in the description before your next ride. Number 13. Honda CB300F. This is one of the most overlooked naked bikes in Honda's modern lineup. While other models grab headlines with aggressive styling or flashy features, this bike stays focused on what really matters: simplicity, balance, and everyday performance. Underneath its minimalist bodywork lies a 286 cubic centimeter single-cylinder engine that delivers 30 horsepower and 20 pound-feet of torque. That engine is fuel-injected, liquid-cooled, and paired with a 6-speed gearbox that makes it an excellent commuter or lightweight touring bike. The power band is linear and throttle response is smooth, giving it a refined and confidence-inspiring ride. The CB300F weighs in at 357 pounds. Suspension duties are handled by a conventional telescopic front fork with 4.6 inches of travel and a ProLink single rear shock with 4.1 inches of travel. The seat height is 30.7 inches, making it comfortable and accessible for most riders. Braking is accomplished by a single front disc and a single rear disc, both offering confident stopping power with optional anti-lock braking system available for added safety. With a manufacturer's suggested retail price of $4,949, the CB300F offers tremendous value for a city commuter or entry-level standard bike. If you're after a naked bike that's light, reliable, and honest, this one delivers in every way. But stick around, because the next motorcycle offers even more power and street presence for just a little more money. We did the hard part. Specs, pricing, comparisons, you just hit play. If that's not worth a quick subscribe, what is? Hit that button. We'll keep doing the legwork. Number 12. Kawasaki Z400. Designed with new riders in mind but with enough bite to satisfy experienced ones, this naked sport bike balances performance, affordability, and usability like few others in its class. Under the tank is a 399 cubic centimeter parallel twin engine, liquid-cooled and refined to deliver an impressive 48 horsepower and 28 pound-feet of torque. Those are serious numbers for a sub-500 cubic centimeter motorcycle, and put the Z400 at the top of its weight class. The Z400 weighs in at 364 pounds. It features a conventional telescopic front fork and a bottom-link uni-track rear shock with adjustable preload. This suspension setup provides a responsive yet comfortable ride across varied surfaces. Braking duties are handled by a single front disc with a dual-piston caliper and a rear disc brake, both supported by a standard anti-lock braking system for added confidence and safety. Seat height is a friendly 30.9 inches, striking a great balance between accessibility and proper street bike ergonomics. With a manufacturer's suggested retail price of $5,399, the Z400 punches well above its class. It gives you modern sport bike thrills with commuter-friendly practicality and a street fighter stance that turns heads wherever it goes. But if you're looking for something slightly softer and more forgiving with equal amounts of fun, the next bike on the list offers a smooth and refined experience for new riders stepping into the world of motorcycles. Number 11. Yamaha MT03. As the entry point into Yamaha's hyper-naked lineup, the MT03 has earned a loyal following for being one of the most well-rounded beginner bikes on the road today. At the heart of the MT03 is a 321 cubic centimeter twin-cylinder engine that delivers 42 horsepower and 21 pound-feet of torque. This liquid-cooled, fuel-injected power plant is incredibly smooth and offers linear acceleration that feels lively without being intimidating. It is matched to a 6-speed transmission that shifts with precision, making city commutes or weekend rides a total joy. The MT03 weighs 373 pounds and features an inverted front fork that adds both stability and visual appeal. In the rear, you get a single shock with adjustable preload, keeping the bike planted and predictable. Braking is handled by a single front disc with a twin-piston caliper and a rear disc brake, both integrated with anti-lock braking system for enhanced safety. The seat height is just 30.7 inches, making it approachable for a wide range of rider sizes. With a retail price of $5,199, the MT03 offers incredible value for anyone stepping into the world of street bikes. Still, not everyone wants a futuristic street fighter. If your style leans more classic and quirky, wait until you see the next bike on the list. It brings vintage charm and fat tire fun in a way nothing else quite does. Number 10. Suzuki Van 200. If you took a vintage scrambler, added fat balloon tires, a comfy seat, and the spirit of beach town cruising, you would end up with something like the Van 200. This is not your typical entry-level machine. The Van 200 is powered by a 199 cubic centimeter air-cooled single-cylinder engine that produces 15 horsepower and 13 pound-feet of torque. While it is not built for speed, it is tuned for charm, low-end torque, and laid-back riding. The 5-speed gearbox and smooth power band make it great for slow exploration, sandy paths, and easy city loops. The Van 200 tips the scale at 282 pounds, which makes it highly maneuverable and confidence-inspiring for smaller or newer riders. The suspension setup includes a telescopic front fork with 5.5 inches of travel and dual rear shocks offering 4.1 inches of travel. Its large 16-inch rear tire and 18-inch front give it a unique look and surprising grip over mixed terrain. Braking is handled by a single disc up front and a drum brake in the rear. The seat height is a low 30.3 inches, making it extremely easy to flat-foot at stops. Priced at $4,699, the Van 200 is a unique option that delivers joy, utility, and throwback styling. If you think this was quirky, wait until you see the next machine. It's small, tough, and surprisingly capable for riders who want just enough without too much. Number 9. Yamaha YBR125. Built for durability and ease of use, this bike is the definition of a no-nonsense commuter. It doesn't chase trends or performance trophies, it just works. And that's exactly why it has earned the trust of riders around the world who need an everyday machine that can handle anything from potholes to long backroad commutes without a fuss. Under the tank is a 125 cubic centimeter air-cooled single-cylinder engine producing 10 horsepower and 9 pound-feet of torque. These specs may not sound impressive, but they are perfectly suited for city riding, beginner training, or even rural work commutes. It is paired with a 5-speed transmission that delivers smooth, predictable power at low to mid-range speeds, exactly where most everyday riders spend their time. The YBR125 weighs 264 pounds and features a conventional telescopic fork up front and dual rear shocks in the back, tuned for comfort and load carry. Suspension travel is soft enough to soak up rough roads, yet firm enough to keep you confident at moderate speeds. Braking is handled by a front disc and rear drum combo, offering adequate stopping performance without the complexity or cost of high-end systems. With a starting price of $2,999, the YBR125 remains one of the most affordable and functional motorcycles on the market. It delivers big bike ergonomics with a neutral upright seating position and a generous seat height, giving taller riders a more natural feel than most entry-level bikes. Now, if you're after something that looks cooler and rides lower while still keeping the cost under control, wait until you see the next motorcycle on the list. Number 8. Honda Rebel 300. This is one of the most iconic beginner cruisers in the motorcycle world, and for good reason. It brings together low-slung styling, easy handling, and that classic Honda reliability all into one package. Whether you're just getting your motorcycle license or returning to riding after a long break, the Rebel offers comfort, control, and cool factor in equal measure. Powering the Rebel is a 286 cubic centimeter liquid-cooled single-cylinder engine. It generates 25 horsepower and 18 pound-feet of torque, which gives the bike just enough punch to feel spirited on the road without being overwhelming. The 6-speed transmission is smooth and easy to operate, making it ideal for riders still building their confidence on two wheels. The Rebel 300 tips the scales at 364 pounds. Suspension includes a 41mm telescopic fork in the front and dual shocks in the rear. The ride quality is well balanced for both city cruising and weekend rides. Braking is handled by a single front and single rear disc setup, with optional anti-lock braking system available depending on the trim level. The low seat height of just 27.2 inches is the key feature, giving nearly every rider the ability to plant both feet on the ground at stops. With a manufacturer's suggested retail price of $4,849, the Rebel 300 remains a top choice for entry-level cruisers. But if you're looking for something with a sportier edge and a fully fared design, the next motorcycle on the list might just be your perfect match. Number 7. Suzuki GSX 250R. Unlike some of its more aggressive competitors, this bike doesn't aim to intimidate, it aims to invite. With full-fairing sport bike styling and user-friendly dynamics, it's the perfect blend of performance and practicality for those stepping into the world of two wheels. At the heart of the GSX 250R is a 248 cubic centimeter liquid-cooled parallel twin engine. It puts out 25 horsepower and 17 pound-feet of torque, delivered through a smooth 6-speed transmission. While those figures may not break speed records, they provide enough power for city riding, weekend back roads, and even light freeway cruising, all without scaring off new riders. The GSX 250R weighs in at 393 pounds. Suspension duties are handled by conventional telescopic front forks and a single rear shock with adjustable preload. This setup is tuned for comfort and predictability. Braking is managed by pedal-style disc brakes at both ends, with standard anti-lock braking system included for added confidence. With a seat height of 30.1 inches, it strikes a great balance between sporty feel and everyday approachability. Priced at $5,149, the GSX 250R offers the full sport bike look at a fraction of the cost of a super sport. It's ideal for riders who want that aggressive appearance and riding position without jumping straight into the deep end of the performance pool. If you love the sport bike style but don't need race day intensity, this Suzuki might be the smartest way to start. But stay tuned, because the next bike adds even more power to the entry-level category without straying far from this price range. Number 6. Kawasaki Z125 Pro. This machine delivers a surprising amount of joy for its size, making it ideal for urban riders, beginners, and seasoned motorcyclists who just want something light and playful for short trips or city commutes. It is powered by a 124 cubic centimeter air-cooled single-cylinder engine that produces 10 horsepower and 8 pound-feet of torque. While those numbers sound small, they're perfectly matched to the Z125's size and weight, creating a peppy ride experience. The engine is paired with a 4-speed manual transmission, offering a traditional shifting experience in a mini format that helps new riders learn the ropes without being overwhelmed. The Z125 Pro weighs in at 224 pounds, making it one of the lightest motorcycles in its class. It features 30mm inverted front forks and a preload adjustable rear monoshock, which provides stable handling and a sportier feel than most mini bikes. Braking comes from a single 260mm pedal-style disc in the front and a 200mm disc in the rear, both with dual piston calipers, giving it solid stopping power for its weight. With its low 21.6-inch seat height, this bike is accessible to nearly every rider. At a price of $3,699, the Z125 Pro is an affordable, stylish, and practical machine that offers a refreshing change of pace from bulky, full-size motorcycles. And if you're looking for something rugged, simple, and built for rougher roads, the next bike on this list might be exactly what you need. Number 5. Honda YBR125L. It is one of the last truly rugged and simple motorcycles left in Honda's lineup. It strips away all the frills and leaves you with the essentials. A lightweight dual sport that can go just about anywhere and take a beating along the way. Under the tank, you'll find a 149 cubic centimeter air-cooled single-cylinder engine. It delivers 12 horsepower and 10 pound-feet of torque, which may not sound aggressive, but it's plenty for real-world riding. This engine is carbureted, not fuel-injected, which means easier maintenance and fewer parts to fail. It's mated to a 5-speed transmission and has a strong low-end torque curve, making it a great option for off-road beginners or rural riders who prioritize dependability over speed. The XR150L weighs in at 289 pounds. Suspension includes a telescopic front fork with 7.1 inches of travel and a ProLink rear shock with 5.9 inches of travel. Its 19-inch front and 17-inch rear wheels give it excellent control over uneven terrain. Braking is handled by a front disc brake and a rear drum brake, basic, reliable, and easy to service. The seat height is 32.8 inches, offering a good balance between ground clearance and accessibility. Priced at $3,099, the XR150L is ideal for the rider who just wants a motorcycle that works every time. It's not about flash or horsepower bragging rights. Now, if you're looking for the absolute simplest way to get into motorcycling without even having to shift gears, wait until you see the next bike on the list. Number 4. Honda Navi. This one is possibly the most unconventional bike on this list, and that's exactly what makes it so appealing. It looks like a motorcycle, rides like a scooter, and costs less than most e-bikes. If you want two-wheeled transportation that's absurdly simple and fun to ride, the Navi delivers in ways no other motorcycle really can. At its core is a 109 cubic centimeter air-cooled single-cylinder engine that makes 7 horsepower and 6 pound-feet of torque. That power is modest, but it's enough to make this featherweight bike a joy around town. It uses a continuously variable transmission, meaning there's no clutch, no shifting, and zero intimidation. The Navi weighs in at just 234 pounds, making it lighter than many bicycles with a motor strapped on. It rides on a telescopic front fork and a single rear shock, offering about 3 inches of travel on both ends. It rolls on 10-inch wheels in the front and 12-inch wheels in the rear. Braking is handled by a front drum and rear drum. Nothing fancy, just functional. Its seat height is 29.1 inches, low enough for almost any rider to flatfoot with ease. With a starting price of $1,999, the Navi is not just one of the cheapest bikes you can buy, it's also one of the easiest to own. It's not for highway cruising or backwoods exploration. It's for zipping around town, grabbing groceries, and having fun while spending less than you would on a smartphone. If you're a fan of simplicity, this one might be your new best friend. You're 15 minutes in and still not subscribed. What do we have to do? Ride a bike backwards through a thunderstorm. Just hit that subscribe button already. Number 3. Honda Grom. Whether you are brand new to motorcycles or a senior rider looking for a fun second bike, the Grom delivers massive smiles in a pint-sized package. Its popularity isn't just a trend, it's a movement, and it has reshaped the definition of what a real motorcycle can be. Powering the Grom is a 124 cubic centimeter air-cooled single-cylinder engine. It produces 10 horsepower and 8 pound-feet of torque. Those numbers might sound small, but they are perfect for its weight and purpose. The Grom is incredibly forgiving, has a smooth power band, and is matched to a 4-speed manual transmission that makes it ideal for mastering shifting and clutch control without any intimidation. The Grom weighs just 229 pounds, making it one of the lightest motorcycles you can buy new in the United States. Suspension is handled by 31mm inverted front forks with 3.9 inches of travel and a single rear shock with 4.1 inches of travel. Braking is managed by a hydraulic front disc and a rear disc, offering more than enough stopping power for this lightweight machine. The low seat height of 30 inches adds to its accessibility and confidence for all types of riders. With a starting price of $3,599, the Grom is one of the most affordable and fun motorcycles you can buy in 2025. And for what it offers in return, community, simplicity, and joy, it's a bargain. But if you want something a little more capable off-road, the next motorcycle on the list takes the lightweight formula and adds real dirt-ready power. Number 2. Kawasaki KLX230. If you are looking for a true dual-sport motorcycle that's ready for both city streets and forest trails, the Kawasaki KLX230 is one of the most versatile beginner-friendly machines you can buy. This bike is built with a clear mission. Keep it simple, keep it tough, and make it fun. The KLX230 is powered by a 233 cubic centimeter air-cooled single-cylinder engine. It produces 19 horsepower and 14 pound-feet of torque. Fuel injection ensures reliable cold starts and crisp throttle response in all temperatures, which is a major benefit over older carbureted models. The engine is paired with a smooth shifting 6-speed transmission that lets you stretch its legs on the highway or crawl up tight switchbacks on the trail. The KLX230 weighs 291 pounds. Suspension consists of a telescopic front fork with 8.7 inches of travel and a uni-track single rear shock with 8.8 inches of travel. This gives the bike true off-road capability while still remaining composed on the street. Braking is handled by a front disc brake with a 2-piston caliper and a rear disc with a single piston caliper, delivering solid performance across varying terrain. Priced at $4,999, the KLX230 offers tremendous value for riders who want one bike that can do it all. It is approachable, rugged, and backed by Kawasaki's long-standing reputation for building bulletproof machines. But if simplicity and retro charm are more your style, then the final bike on this list might just be your perfect match. Number 1. Yamaha TWW200. This bike has earned its place in motorcycle history with 3 decades of near-identical production, proving that sometimes you just do not mess with a good thing. With its fat tires, distinctive silhouette, and rugged build, the TW200 is the motorcycle equivalent of a loyal old dog. Uncomplicated, unshakable, and always ready to go exploring, the TW200 is powered by a 196 cubic centimeter air-cooled single-cylinder engine. It puts out 16 horsepower and 11 pound-feet of torque. While it is not built for speed, it delivers an ultra-smooth riding experience, especially on loose terrain. The 5-speed transmission is forgiving and easy to learn on, making the TW one of the best bikes for new riders who want to try both street and trail. This motorcycle weighs 278 pounds. Suspension is managed by a front telescopic fork with 6.3 inches of travel and a rear single shock with 5.9 inches of travel. The TW's most iconic feature, its massive front and rear tires, not only define its look but also enhance stability and grip in sand, gravel, or mud. Braking comes from a front disc and rear drum system, keeping it light and easy to maintain. Priced at $4,999, the TW200 remains one of the most charming and dependable motorcycles on the market. It is not trying to impress anyone. It is just ready to go wherever you point it. So now it's your turn. Which bike would you pick, and why? Drop your favorite in the comments and let us know if there's a hidden gem we missed. If this video helped you narrow down your next ride or saved you from making a pricey mistake, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss what's coming next. We break it down so you can ride smarter.